And welcome back to the HCS Pro League Fall Season. Elamite and T2 at the Xfinity desk, getting ready to bring you the last match of the night. That's going to be Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid. This is going to be a big matchup here for both of these squads as they battle to get and stay into the top four here. There's a lot of competition here in Pro League, the most we've ever seen in any of our seasons so far. And that right now, we're taking a look at Team Liquid. Now, of course, they did have their roster changed, picking up Spartan in replace of Ace. Started off a little rough, but then they have bounced back and currently ranked into third. And we're talking about Spartan here. Now you're looking at him on your screen. This guy has been on Team Liquid before. I've coached him before when I was the coach of Liquid on top of that. And he's always been an incredibly individually skilled player. He's struggled a lot with his mindset going into these events. But being on this Liquid roster, surrounded by so much talent, is definitely a great place for him to be and showcase his individual skills.
Yeah, such a fun player to watch. Obviously was on the team before, ended up getting dropped, re-picked up, and is starting to fit in very, very well. It's going to be a tough series for Evil Geniuses, but I feel like Evil Geniuses has definitely made some significant improvements over this short period of time, which again, you got to take these short periods of time to make those type of adjustments, and they have. So I'm looking forward to see if Evil Geniuses could make a big statement here, because they need a statement win, Kyle. I mean, think about this squad and how much we were expecting from them after their first win of the Pro League, and unfortunately they haven't been able to string together back-to-back wins. So that's what I'm looking for EG this week, is to one, win against a team that is ranked higher than them, and then two, to try to string together back-to-back wins.
Yeah, because I want to say, what was it, a 50-48 loss Game 5 against Luminosity for the reverse sweep? So,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, Evil Geniuses, they were the team that kept clutching all of those last-second games. Game 2 was a Plaza Slayer that they had an insane kind of comeback on without even having the sniper rifle, and we'll see what they're able to do here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the series layout, see the maps that these two teams are going to be matching up on.
And we're starting off with Fathom CTF. No Empire Strongholds to start this time around. It's going to be Truth Slayer game number 2, Rigged Strongholds game 3, Coliseum CTF, which has been popping up a lot today, game number 4. If it goes to a game number 5, we will see one of the best game 5s in Eden Slayer EG playing from the blue side, Team Liquid playing from the red side since they are the higher seed. Kyle, predictions.
Predictions. Well, game number 1, I think I'm going to go over to Team Liquid. Spartan has always been phenomenal on Fathom CTF, but this is going to be exciting because Evil Geniuses, they've also done extremely well on this game type. They have a great mindset when they're pushing that flag, when to stop, when to set up, when to slay. I am going to go with a 3-1 Team Liquid victory, although Evil Geniuses by no means is out of this one.
Not at all, and keep in mind, tapping buttons, he is playing ridiculous Halo right now, so we're going to see some great stuff coming from him, but my eyes are on Falcated. I want to see Falcated have a big breakthrough series, and we're going to find out if that could potentially happen. We're kicking this one off with Lunchbox.
Yeah, we'll see. He's already grabbed the light rifle. Rather than sitting in the base, he immediately flew out there. Takes a little bit of damage. Looks like there's another player with the light rifle all the way in the treehouse already. That's going to be stellar. Cambo was taken. We'll try to keep an eye on who picked that one up. Roy was able to secure himself the railgun here. Does connect on to Stellar, who was top center, so it's a good opportunity for them to go ahead and push out of the base here.
Yeah, let's see what Roy's doing with that railgun as well. We got a tweet coming in from Sparkle6892. Awesome day 5 so far. Hashtag Go Team Liquid. Guys, if you want your team to win, spam those logos in the chat. Or if you don't have the logos, put a 1 for Team Liquid, 2 for EG.
Yeah, and we can see Roy grabs a second kill with this railgun here as he's trying to lock down the treehouse. It's a 4v2 advantage, though, for Liquid. I'd like to see EG play maybe a little bit more aggressive. They don't have anyone top center yet. They're all kind of sitting back. But that's definitely the time where you want to try to focus and use those numbers advantage, in your favor here. So we can see they have a good idea of where Liquid is. Liquid has been able to push out through treehouse. Sub-Zero grabs himself a double kill, and that's exactly why you can't sit back too long. It's only a matter of time before the enemy team will break that setup and start getting some control. Roy with the perfect shots wins that 1v1 over Stellar.
That's huge. Now 3 dead for Liquid. This is the last guy alive right now. Can't win that 1v1. Eco is the last guy alive. Picks up a double kill. Meanwhile, tapping buttons running this flag, but you got to give credit to Mr. Kevin Smith right there, pulling one out. Double kill as the last guy alive. Helps secure the flag return for Team Liquid, and Team Liquid going to get a couple of slays in their favor to maintain some sort of pressure on the Evil Geniuses base.
Yeah, we'll see. We're back over here with Sub-Zero, who just had a double kill momentarily. And we see a lot of people from Liquid pushing into the base. That was a 3-man push to get in there. Sub-Zero grabs himself a kill. That's a trade. It's a 2v2 situation. Flag starts to get returned. Sub-Zero needs to buy as much time as possible. Roy is in front of the base with the second railgun here that has come up on the map. New camo is also spawning. Sub-Zero probably not long for this world as EG, they're doubling back. They want to get this guy out of their base.
Meanwhile, Roy has picked up the second railgun here. So the second railgun on the map and the second railgun going into his hands. That's a great sign for Evil Geniuses. They got to get in position to help secure this flag capture, and that's exactly what's going on. Roy rotating towards top center, going to start laying down some hurting, but that was his last shot already. 30 seconds in, he used all of the ammo, which isn't really a bad thing, Kyle. I mean, if you don't use it, you lose it.
That is true, or the enemy team gets it and uses it against you, and that's definitely not a situation anybody wants to be in there. So we are over here watching Eco. He is in blue treehouse trying to keep Evil Geniuses trapped in their base. Roy pushes out but doesn't check the corner, gets perfected from behind. Falcated did not follow that one up. Now Evil Genius is forced to play defense here as the collapse from Team Liquid is starting to happen.
That's great for tapping buttons in Evil Geniuses, though, at least to get the first initial pick as players started to push inside of the base. That's going to slow things down just a little bit for Team Liquid as they are starting to pull this flag. A couple slays going on into their favor. 2 down right now, and now Evil Genius is spawning inside of the engine room. Great thrust over towards the side. Thought Eco was going to make a mistake of running that one towards bottom center. Instead, a little bit of a relay going on. He tosses it on over towards Spartan. Meanwhile, Sub-Zero laying down cover fire. This flag is going in. Yeah, that flag goes in. EG starts to try to get some kills back, but you can see even losing their advantage, 3 go down. So overcommitting here, even when Team Liquid was pulling all the way back to their own base to try to secure that cap. And, you know, that's a scary moment here because the one thing you want to focus on here when you know they're running your flag is, hey, worst case, let's go ahead and try for a counter capture here. The last thing you want to do is just die and give them control right back. Exactly. Now more pressure being added already as Spartan is sitting there in the engine, and Eco is running another flag towards the same area as he did before. Very similar setup. Meanwhile, there was a player top center that stopped everything. It was Roy. So Roy being a huge nuisance. Can he kill Sub-Zero, who's running the flag in again? Yes, Roy with another kill. Meanwhile, Spartan, he's being a nuisance on the Evil Geniuses side of the map, which means another player has to go on. So we're in a 2-on-2 situation inside of the Team Liquid base, but the railgun going on over to Stellar. Another player there for the return. Most likely should be a flag capture, and it is for Team Liquid. They're up 2-0. Unfortunately for them, that took a lot of their resources. Now EG is able to advance on the map, but great defense is going to slow things down just a little bit. Yeah, and you can see EG, they do a good job. They got the camo, they're pushing into the base, but they have too many members dying as they start these collapses here. Lunchbox grabs a couple kills, 2 dead here now for Team Liquid. He's doing a good job pushing players back, but too much aggression from Liquid coming back, playing that defense, and just clearing at their base. The flag was never even pulled up. Not at all. Taking a look at the kills really quick. Stellar sitting at 13 most in the game. Meanwhile, Falcon a little bit of a slow start, only at 3 kills, and that was the guy who I was looking for to have a big impact on this series. He's going to have to get it going here, but so difficult when the team that you're playing against is adding so much pressure on your base, like you said, Kyle. They've gotten the caps, they've maintained control, and Evil Geniuses have been stuck in their base for a majority of this game inside of the engine, just trying to get some desperation kills. This is the first time that we've seen them get something clean here. Tapping Buttons has a huge flank. Meanwhile, a flag is being ran over towards the pit. They get it past the 50-yard line. Overextenders, excuse me, coming in towards the Evil Geniuses elbow. Should be able to stop the flag guy at least, but they're gonna need a lot more slays because this flag is going in, and it is Evil Geniuses. They respond, and it's now 2-1. Ooh, but the last 2 members of EG here trapped below the base. One goes down. Tapping Buttons gets the rail. Oh, he'd love to connect on one of these. Oh, gets the melee, but the team grenade from Liquid not enough to finish off the kill on the flag's being ran.
So yeah, this flag is moving very quickly, about to go in, and sure enough, Team Liquid comes out of the gates hot. 3-1 victory, CTF Battle. We highlighted how important it is to maintain control after you get a flag capture, and we saw it with Liquid where they put way too many resources into getting that second flag capture. Meanwhile, Evil Geniuses, they countered that one, but then another flag gets countered right back coming in from Team Liquid. They did not stop that entire time. Constantly going top center,
constantly flooding numerous people inside of the base. Not just one guy, 2 or 3 guys. Meanwhile, coming back also to secure their captures was a great thing that Team Liquid was doing. Very clean game from them, only 6.5 minutes long. Meanwhile, we look at those stats again. Stellar, phenomenal KDA coming in from him. 4 and 15, just not going to cut it for Falcated.
Yeah, Falcated definitely is going to have to step up his game if EG has any chance of coming out and taking the rest of this series. And this is a little scary for EG. Roy had the railgun for the majority of the game, 4-2 as far as overall power weapon kills in favor of Evil Geniuses.
He had all 4.
All 4 of them, exactly. The only 2 coming out of Stellar's hands.
The one on the return, that was huge, though.
Oh, yeah, that is true. That was did help secure the return there, which could have potentially tied up the game here. So either way, Liquid proving just how dominant they are in this game type. But we pointed out Spartan before the series, 11, 6, and 8. So not, phenomenal numbers or anything like that, but, getting the job done, focusing on the objective, working with his team, and Liquid, they're still clicking here.
It's impressive how fast that last flag cap went in. Right as Evil Geniuses was putting in their first flag capture, Team Liquid knew there was an opportunity to go and counter that one. So you got to give them all the credit in the world, and you can't really take anything away from Evil Geniuses quite yet. There's still a lot of games to be played in this series, but it's insane to think about CTF Fathom, how many times we've seen that go into overtime or a 2-1 game or something like that. Team Liquid's objective efficiency was out of this world. A capture every 2 minutes in Fathom CTF is great for them. They didn't have many flags get stopped. I'm curious to see how many.
3 of 5. Yeah.
So yeah, 3 of 5. And, I can't even remember any flags where they may have made any mistakes at all either. So just a very clean game for them overall. Now we move into game number 2, which I believe is Truth Slayer, as we were talking about before with this remake of Midship. It's going to be something that Evil Geniuses can do, but it has to come off with a good start. And we've already talked about this numerous times where, who was it? Envy going up in their series against Ronin came out and was up 7-1 to start that game. And when you have that type of a lead, yes, the other team can easily come back because there's so many kills to go around when you're going up to 50, but you're down already. You need to get some footing in the series. You haven't found any type of confidence quite yet, besides maybe the first minute or 2 of the game when Roy was rocking the railgun. They need to get a strong start. They need to get camo. They need to get ping control and start putting these guys on Liquid back off of spawn, because right now Liquid is running at them and they're not slowing down.
Ooh, and Roy had a great last game. So did Lunchbox, both sitting at about 12 kills apiece, the most here for Evil Geniuses. We're starting this one off with Roy once again, 3-0 lead to open this one up. Roy, if he's able to stay alive here, this will be really big, but no, the player from Liquid coming off spawn works together with Eco Carbine side of the base, and they will go ahead and grab that kill there, but Lunchbox does a good job answering back a kill, takes a beat down to another player, so numbers back in favor of Evil Geniuses as they are just starting to push out and play extremely aggressive this time around.
That's what you needed from Evil Geniuses. You need to match the aggression with more aggression, or you need to be slowing it down and having enough communication to pinpoint where these guys are. And a lot of times what happens is, and especially in a map like this, you make a call out and that guy is no longer there. So it's very important to follow up on your call outs and have that small talk of who that guy is, where he was, and where he's going, so your teammates don't have to sit there and wonder half of the time. And right now you're seeing Spartan in a very powerful position. However, Evil Geniuses, they do answer 2 kills on the other side of the map. That was a great time for Liquid to collapse inside of the base, but they decide now that they have to slow things down because of the response and kills that came out from the EG side.
Yeah, and as you can see, basically the map's split right now, but Eco grabs himself a kill over towards Blue Bubble, and he's going to be able to lock down some more real estate here on Truth. So that's going to open up the door for a collapse to come in. Eco grabs himself a 2nd kill. The 3rd one going over to Sub-Zero, and they just cleared out all 4 members of Evil Geniuses here over towards the blue base.
That's exactly what they needed to do, and control this pink side when camo's coming up is what's on Spartan's mind right now. Challenging, but he's going to back down as soon as he gets all the way down to no shields, and that's exactly what the play is. Now he's got to be very careful. A couple of players dropped all around him. Roy finds one. Eco and Stellar are down, so it's very important to win this 1v1. Falcade is going to drop. Camo popping up here in the next 5 seconds. Eco comes off spawn inside of the bubble and rotates on over towards top center to clean off Lunchbox, so that should give these guys a little bit of pressure for Team Liquid on the pink side And there it is. They pick up that camo right around the 42 mark. 3 members of EG all filtering inside of the tunnel area of Blue Side, completely melting Team Liquid. Now Stellar is the last guy alive underneath the base.
Yeah, that was an amazing showing of teamwork from Evil Geniuses to clear up 4 members of Liquid. Stellar was the only guy alive after that. And I do say all 4 members, but they did grab all 4 kills there. It was Stellar coming off respawn that was able to secure that one shot on the lunchbox spot in mid here. And so what was a 3-1, you know, nice opening start here for Evil Geniuses, was tied up at 7. And now as we get ready to hit that halfway mark here, it is still neck and neck.
Still neck and neck, and that's good for Evil Geniuses. They just have to stay within an arm's length here and then really start to put the hurting on once that hits around the 30 kill mark. Spartan, he's been constantly P3 in this game. Roy, he's going to work with Lunchbox to drop him on over there. Now the push has to come in on over to Stellar towards this red side, and that's exactly what happens. 2 grenades immediately blowing up, but perfect shots from Eco is going to stop Roy from rotating around the map and meeting up with his teammates on that car side. Ping control has been in the favor of Team Liquid, so if EG can get inside of there, they should be able to do some serious work over there. Unfortunately for them, a couple of trades coming in. Now, ooh, that's a big 1v1 win. Killing spree and a double kill coming in from Falcated. So just off that spree alone, really putting EG ahead now. 2 kills. They could get back on over here, rotate these guys outside of red, and could potentially make their way towards top center. So many players for Team Liquid right now filtered into one spot. They need to take advantage of this on the side of EG.
I mean, that kind of looked like a 3v2 situation. Tapping Buttons got back-whacked immediately. I don't think he put down any damage to Falcated. The fact he was even able to come out with a double kill there just shows you how good his shot is, because he was getting double-teamed on that second kill.
Ooh, Stellar. Big double kill right there, gonna give Team Liquid the lead. This is what we were talking about, Kyle, that 30 kill mark. Ever important 30 kill mark when the teams really start to hunker down and step up their communication. Tapping Buttons caught no shields on over towards Spartan. Does he get the stick off? Ooh, thought that he gave him the hat, but he didn't. Spartan able to even pick up a double kill after that. So trade of kills going back and forth all over the map right now. Stellar, can he get the kill in the lunchbox? No, he can't. He's gonna drop. We're all tied up at 33. You got to give the advantage to Team Liquid based on the position. You can see a player in P2, another guy car 2 as well. Great teamwork from Evil Geniuses, setting 2 guys over towards P2, but nobody there quite yet. And now all the information is in Team Liquid's hand. They know where these guys are, but as soon as Sub-Zero looks away, that's when the EG members poke out. Great timing for them.
Yeah, and there was a 2v2 trade there, so what was just a 2-kill lead here for Evil Geniuses turned into a 3-kill lead now for Team Liquid. So we are coming down towards the end of this game. Might not even see another camo here spawn with how aggressive both of these squads are being now. Yeah, but Evil Geniuses, they got to start cutting back the deaths here. Trades are no longer acceptable at this point. Tapping Buttons gets taken no shields, trying to back down, stay alive. We've essentially split the map here, 50-50 between P-side and car, and now we're seeing Evil Geniuses start to make a push. All 4 members rotating blue side.
Yeah, Evil Geniuses, they need to have this push work. This is a very crucial time in the game for them. They cannot go down 2-0, especially in a close game like this. Tapping Buttons, great shots on the Stellar right there. That's a challenge that he felt like he had to make. He could have potentially backed off and stayed alive, but a lot of times when you do that, 1, you feel like you have the advantage in the fight and you're going to win it. 2, sometimes you feel like you're going to get double teamed, so you decide that you want to take that fight no matter what. Tapping Buttons, making the right play at the right time, and that's when Evil Geniuses needed him the most. Look at that, now able to lay down even more hurting right there on the Spartan. 2-kill lead. A little bit too aggressive right there on the challenge, but does get cleaned up overall from EG, so this is their time to go and try to tie this series up.
Yeah, it was a scary moment for Liquid because they were sitting in a pretty prime position, and that 4-man push from Evil Geniuses towards Blue 2 is really what hurt them. But just as I say that, the collapse from P and Car onto Blue 2, what we saw from Evil Geniuses a moment ago, works out well in Team Liquid's favor. Falcated, he is going clutch this game. Definitely a big or rough game number 1, but he's had some ridiculously clutch individual kills here in this truth.
Yeah, you got to give him credit. 17, 8, and 12 right now after a poor game 1, having himself a heck of a game here in game number 2. This is extremely close. 2 members of Liquid, no shields on over towards the car side, 45-47. They could have potentially had 49 for EG right there if they were able to clean that up. Everybody kind of turtling right now for Team Liquid, waiting for Evil Geniuses to poke out. Meanwhile, Evil Geniuses kind of doing the same thing, waiting for Liquid to show and give information to the rest of their teammates. It's going to slow down here just for a couple of seconds, but as soon as that first kill drops, all hell is going to break loose.
Yeah, and if you remember True Slayer not too long ago, last season here, we had Team Liquid down 48-42 against Optic Gaming and come back and win that. So you know by no means is this one over yet.
Stellar caught out of position on over towards the bubble. Eco with a big win. Oh, he even gets the other player as well. Now Falcated, no shields, gets the kill. 49-48. He's half shield, still just starting to charge. Can he get the win against Eco? This is big if he can find it. Takes him down to no shields. Grenade comes out. Lunchbox with the cleanup. Huge plays coming in from Falcated at the end.
Yeah, Falcated definitely goes big there. If anything, I think it was some crucial mistakes from Liquid. Yeah, I like the idea. Eco was no shields. The player next to him, I'm not sure who it was, immediately played aggressive and charged, trying to keep Eco alive, but he took the player no shields, died, and then Falcated stayed alive and ended up pretty much picking up the last kill with the help of Lunchbox onto Stellar.
The biggest death towards the end of that game was Stellar inside of the bubble when tapping buttons completely melted his shields, and then he ended up getting cleaned up from, I believe, on top of the base. If he was able to stay alive right there, they would have flooded in there. Falcated wouldn't have gotten that 49th. They wouldn't have got even the 50th kill right there. We would have been looking at a 49-49 game if Stellar stays alive in that bubble. So great job singling him out by Evil Geniuses, tapping buttons all the way from the opposite side of the map, laying down some cover fire, and there it is, the big Falcated game that we were waiting for. 18, 9, and 12. Meanwhile, a little too many deaths coming in from Sub-Zero, sitting at 8, 12, and 16.
Yeah, and you can see that was Evil Geniuses definitely going clutch there to secure that one. And Liquid, we've seen them play the ends of those games much better in the past. Of course, not, finishing off that kill onto Falcated. It's almost the nail in the coffin there for this Liquid squad. But either way, by no means out of the series yet. We thought both teams are at least going to pick up one win against each other. Sure enough, series tied up 1-1 right now. And here it is right towards the end. So Falcated grabbing that double kill there, just so crucial for him. Oh, if that stick had gone, or no, that would have just helped Evil Geniuses win by even more there.
Right.
So tapping buttons, definitely having some crucial plays towards the end.
So many 50-50s that Evil Geniuses won, and just great plays in a teamwork-oriented atmosphere. That's what they needed the most. Evil Geniuses, that was a must-win in my opinion. Yes, the series isn't over if you lose that game, but falling down 0-2, especially in a game that was so well fought, that could have been a demoralizing win or a demoralizing loss. As we were talking about, do you want to, lose 50-49, or do you want to lose 50-30, or I guess 50-0 in your case, as you wanted to highlight before? But I felt like if Evil Geniuses loses that game 50-48 instead of winning it, their energy levels are definitely going to drop. You're going to start to see the Twins maybe going back and forth after that game. Instead, they're probably all smiles, or at least getting focused for this next game, which is going to be a Strongholds, and I think it's going to be on the rig.
Yeah, and Falcated, he must have been listening to us. So 4-15 last game, goes 18-12, so +6 in a 2-kill victory game. So Falcated definitely showing up, and at the very end of that game, he was absolutely the MVP to close
the
that
killing
one.
spree, huge that he had, and then, like you said, at the end of the game, staying alive, getting that 49th kill, and then helping secure the 50th kill as Lunchbox comes in there and cleans it up. But you could tell that the communication for Evil Geniuses was there. The teamwork was there. They were on top of their stuff. They got to continue to do so, because now we're moving into a map where the weapons are going to be huge. And I'm expecting big things out of Sub-Zero, who just had his worst performance of the series. Now he's going to be looking to bounce back just like Falcated did.
Yeah, so we'll see if Falcated's able to continue that momentum and get back into, or continue his big numbers and some of the great plays that we saw from him. That bait and switch at the end, staying alive as he battled Eco and buying that time for Lunchbox. If he had died there to the first battle and not grabbed that double kill, completely different outcome of that game.
So many small things came into play right there, and that's what it is. I mean, they say football's a game of inches or whatever. Halo and first-person shooting esports in general is a game of milliseconds. It's a game of seconds, whatever you want to break it down as. So many split-hair decisions get made so fast, and you got to give credit to every little kill leading up to that moment, and you got to give credit to Falcated again, who we were saying and putting a lot of pressure on him after game number 1 to go and perform. He did so. So now again, I'm going and I'm looking at Sub-Zero here, who arguably could be the best player on his team right now. When all of the team changes and things like that were happening, Sub-Zero definitely a big driving force behind that, trying to make his best team possible. So he needs to come in here and impose his will on what I think is one of his best game types as well. So we're going to find out if Team Liquid could respond back after that loss or if Evil Geniuses could go up 2-1. And this is a huge swing game right here. Right in the middle of the series, we're virtually down to a best of 3. Going up 1 game is a huge advantage.
All right, do you see this one? So you see this benefiting Team Liquid here?
I think Liquid's going to do this. I think they tend to control the scatter shot very well. I feel like their rotations are going to be on point, but I feel like it's going to be a very close game. I'm expecting somewhere around 100 to maybe like 79.
Ooh, great route by Spartan. Doesn't take any damage in securing that camo here for Team Liquid. Looks like Evil Geniuses, they elected to overload basement here and focus on getting that first stronghold. But that's a scary moment here because now Spartan has found himself with camo and scatter shot, and you know exactly how damaging this combo can be.
Yeah, I like to see Evil Geniuses off the get-go, going right for the immediate strongholds that are in front of them. Typically, you're going to be able to get some time off of that one, but Team Liquid, they're going to come back and respond here and not allow... Ooh, they allowed them to get to BR base, but they're going to rotate eventually on over towards the nest here shortly. That's why Spartan, you can see, is in this location, and there it is. Zane, Sub-Zero is over there trying to capture that, but another player comes in from open field, so that's going to be a reset going on over to Evil Geniuses, and Spartan staying alive with that camo. Does he get the stick for the triple kill? He does. Ridiculous turn of events for Team Liquid, all riding on Spartan's back.
That was amazing. Great heads-up play by Spartan. You know, even making that decision to go for the stick there and recognizing it's probably his only option and actually connecting on that one for a triple kill. But somehow Evil Genius is still maintaining control after 3 going down to the same player here. Falcated answers with a great melee kill. That's 2 dead for each team here. You can see Liquid, they're trying to focus now on the basement. You got BR base. You got Nest and Basement here over to Evil Geniuses. So looks like that's a triple cap happening momentarily. Liquid, they're not putting as many people in the basement as you might have anticipated. They let Evil Geniuses hold that a lot longer than I was expecting.
This is great for Evil Geniuses. They continue to milk this poor man setup here until the camouflage pops up and this railgun comes up here any second. Meanwhile, Sub-Zero, he's going to find a double kill. They immediately fly on over towards the nest. You can see Team Liquid not even taking a second to slow down. They immediately push the objective and start adding pressure on over towards the players that are the priority targets inside of the white wall area. Camo popping up here any second. If Falcade can get this, this will be huge for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, but looks like they're all focusing kind of on different hills. You have tapping buttons go for basement while you have 2 members of EUG over here fighting 1 player over towards nest. So it's not the best focus I've ever seen here from these guys. With both power weapons in their hands, they need to use this as an opportunity to get some damage done. Luckily for them, Stellar thrusts backwards a little bit too far, or the angle he takes to thrust is back a little too far and does go off the map here. So if that didn't happen, I would be extremely scared now for EG.
And I'm wondering what happened with the camouflage throughout all that, because we saw how great of a position that Falcated was in. And you could have potentially ran away with the game right there if you're Evil Geniuses. I mean, you're up 36 to whatever it was, I think 0 at that point. And then you had perfect setup in terms of the position that you were in, but nobody ends up going for the power-up. I'm really confused on how that happened. Now Team Liquid, they are right back in this game, and I'm worried for Evil Geniuses on their Whitehall control, because when I'm seeing Team Liquid and Sub-Zero and the rest of these guys, they are not scared to fly out of the snipe hall. They're not scared to fly in over from the catwalk area, and you have to control the middle of the map so you can rotate the spawners on the open field, the carbine, and the bunker when they're coming up. So total control coming in here temporarily for Team Liquid, but Evil Genius is going to stop that with a band-aid on over towards the basement. Just a matter of time here before Liquid goes in and pushes in on these guys.
Yeah, and as you can see, we're still on board here with Stellar. 2 players for EG go down. This is the time you want to jump into those hills. They spot the 3rd player over in Whitehall. Last player obviously is in Nest. You can see that hill being captured, or stronghold being captured there. So Team Liquid, they still have BR base. They have a member of EG starting to capture that one as well. So control is going to flip momentarily. Somebody's contesting that hill, but that's 3 dead for Liquid. Last guy alive is Stellar. Somehow, luckily, he escapes with this railgun.
Very nice plays from Stellar. He's going to have to put this one to work. Camo, I believe, just was picked up right around that 49 mark. I'm going to scroll through here and see who was able to pick it up. It was Falcated who actually took out Eco on the verge of going for Nest, and then Falcated is going to be able to get that reset. So that's big. Now Stellar's running around wondering where exactly to go because of the fact that they didn't capture that Nest. And and now Lunchbox is going to be able to stop that Railgun player. So, yeah, Roy, the last guy alive, but that was some good damage done there from Evil Geniuses, kind of stopping Team Liquid in their tracks from exactly what they wanted to do. Team Liquid with the nice response and rotation back on over towards Nest in the BR base, so that's going to get traded out for Basement on the side of Evil Geniuses. But Team Liquid in a great spot to answer right back. They have control of the middle of the map. They're eventually going to rotate on over towards Whitehall and take over this basement area as well, so expect that to be a trade for BR for Basement, and then eventually you're going to see a good push from Evil Geniuses. I love this push to send 3 people towards the Whitehall. A lot of times you're going to see people maybe just go all barrels or all catwalk. It's very important to control that snipe hall area, control that Whitehall area, lay down shots, find out where these players are located for Team Liquid, and then push out together. But Team Liquid, they respond back with 2 kills, so that's going to really slow down Evil Genius' push.
Yeah, I mean, Oh, that is the second time for Team Liquid we've seen someone just mistime their thrust and take a bad angle flying off the map. So Evil Genius is kind of getting a little bit of luck handed over towards them, taking Spartan out of the equation here while he's on respawn.
Scatter shot in the hands of Sub-Zero. You can see he wants that player on over towards top tower. It was tapping buttons. That's going to be a fairly easy double kill and potentially BR base going on over to Team Liquid. You can see the player outlines. Roy trying to stop that one. Big 1v1. Goes on over to tapping buttons in Roy, who comes off the spawn over there. So they're going to be able to get the reset on over towards BR. Bunker pressure being added from Team Liquid. They got to be careful here on giving up the Nest area. They don't want to fly over here and trade BR for Nest when you have basement control. So now Penguin, you can see him coming off the spawn, looking on over towards the catwalk. He goes on the other side of the map over towards tower side. And while all this was happening, Falcated picks up the camouflage. So a little bit of an advantage on over towards Evil Geniuses since they do have the power up, but they're going to have to put it to use.
Yeah, that was Liquid kind of getting a little over-aggressive and overextending right when the power weapons were coming up. You wanted to just give up that BR base for now, especially when Camo was only a few seconds away here. So now for them, they are having to battle in the back foot here. Lunchbox has got that scatter shot in his hands. Taking a little bit longer for them to get control than they might have initially hoped. Oh, the scatter shot
with a triple kill, double barrel kill.
Is that what just happened?
That was a double barrel triple kill. I mean, that's a mouthful to say. Double barrel triple kill.
Double barrel triple kill. Okay,
yes.
so
do you understand?
2 barrel kills?
2 barrel kills and a third kill. Yes,
gotcha.
A double barrel triple kill. Add it to the dictionary.
All right, there it is. You have it from T-Squared. The double barrel triple kill from Spartan, the first we've ever seen of its kind.
That was pretty impressive, man. Put it in this next Spartan montage. I want to see that clip. That is pretty hilarious. Looks like Team Liquid's going to be able to run away with this game. They do get that triple cap, which is going to give them that extra point, and you're not going to have enough resources on the map if you're Evil Geniuses to push out. Very, very impressive tail end of that game. The mid game and late game dominated by Team Liquid. They're going to go up in this series 2-1. Evil Geniuses, they're going to have to bounce back here in game number 4, which we know they can. I believe it's Coliseum CTF 2, so it should be a fairly competitive game.
Coliseum CTF is correct there. We'll take a look at the stats momentarily, but yeah, I mean, EG, they can't be happy about having those barrels on the map. We've seen a lot of barrels kills here today between Empire and now on Rig, where we just had 2 more added to the leaderboard. Taking a look at these stats here, I want to talk about Spartan, the newest member to this Team Liquid, rejoining once again, 21-10 and 10. Having a monster game, and of course, like we mentioned, it was him that had that double kill, and he didn't even have the power weapons that game. He had 5 power weapon kills in the hands of Stellar, 2 from Sub-Zero, and then 0 here coming out of EG.
Yeah, but barrels kind of count as a power weapon.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I feel like that's a kill by the Guardians kind of thing. Maybe.
I mean, how many deaths by barrels do you have? Because to me, that's like the scariest thing on the map. I don't care about the other players. That doesn't scare me at all. The barrels terrify me.
The barrels seem to always respawn right when I get there. I do agree with you there. Barrels, definitely a completely different added factor in the game because not many people time the barrels or know when they're coming back. And sure enough, those might have responded. Those barrels could have spawned directly behind those EG members, and just a leap of faith here from Spartan that he grabbed that double kill. You never know sometimes, but there you had
Spartan did have a leap of faith right off the map.
Right after that double kill, he's just like, peace, I'm out of here. The rest off the map.
And there it is, the double barrel triple kill. But now Evil Geniuses, they're going to come back here and try to get it going. And this has been a back and forth series. We just saw Team Liquid, they go and impose their will in game number 3, but Evil Geniuses, they fought hard in game number 2 as well, so you cannot count them out. And if it goes to a game number 5, I'm always curious to see what happens when a team wins the Slayer and then moves into a game number 5, because typically you're going to see teams, if they're strong at Slayer, especially when you go in, obviously completely different scenario when it's a game 5 in a tournament atmosphere, but when you go and you watch these scrims, it's pretty telling when a team wins, you know, a majority of the Slayers or only loses one CTF. It's because they're a very strong Slayer team. So I'm curious to see if it's a matchup thing or what's going on, but typically whoever just ends up having their best game is gonna dominate in a game number 5 situation. And a lot of times it's when a player goes big, like we saw Falcated going big in game number 2, and everyone's kind of taking their turn here. Spartan, phenomenal game number 3, and then who was it in game number 1? I believe it was Stellar who had a great game number 1. So everybody kind of taking their turn here, and now it's someone from Evil Geniuses. If you had to pick someone from Evil Geniuses, who would you pick? Would you say Tapping Buttons, Lunchbox, Roy?
I say Roy. Roy, I put a lot of pressure on his shoulders because we've seen him perform at such a high level where he is a guy that can take over those kinds of games. We saw him doing that, I want to say it was either against Optic or Envy. His team wasn't performing the way they wanted to, but Roy himself was having solid performances there. So Roy, definitely somebody I'm always going to put a lot of pressure on because he is capable of handling it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's been a couple of times throughout Roy's career where he could have been considered the best individual player overall, so he definitely has it within him. Now you're going to see, yeah, that's a great start for Falcated and the Evil Geniuses squad. Wow, he got melted so quickly. Didn't even have an opportunity to land that final shot after he took Sub-Zero down to no shields. Great team shot from Team
Sub-Zero giving him a fatality right there, having no opportunity to get away or do anything. Rockets on the map for quite some time there. Stellar, great shots, picks up the kill, keeps Spartan alive, and this is that game of milliseconds that we talk about, Tom. Those Rockets could be down on the ground right now, but instead Spartan is playing aggressive and charging into Evil Genius's base with that weapon.
Yeah, and you can see what Spartan's trying to do right there. He's predicting where the player is going to go, covering his most vulnerable position, even pre-fired a rocket so he could maintain a majority of his shields as he decides that he wants to go and push inside the Evil Genius's base over here. A snipe shot is going to land onto Roy. That rocket probably would have connected as well. He backs down. Stellar comes in with the cleanup with the battle rifle. Now Spartan coming in with some DMR support. Has a grenade, so he's going to go and try to toss that one, but the spawners coming in for Evil Geniuses and the defense too strong.
Yeah, we'll see. That is Eco with that sniper rifle. One shot left. We'll see if he's going to be able to put that one to use here. He's the only player for his team over towards Snipe Tower, so he's just got to buy some time here, wait for reinforcements to come. And as you can see, that Sub-Zero or Zane there pushing up. He's got Stellar with him as well. So now this is the opportunity. Pull out your DMR, start putting some damage down on these players here. Gets hit, or it takes one player, no shields with that grenade. So the collapse is coming in now. Lunchbox probably not long for this world. What great teamwork here from Liquid. Sub-Zero actually finishing that one off.
Yeah, nothing better than when you think that you're going to die and you're on the verge of getting embarrassed, and then someone comes in there with the cleanup. Not like it's ever happened to me before, but another flag being ran here from Evil Geniuses. Great time to run this one as well as Lunchbox. He's going to pick up the rockets. Meanwhile, Roy and Spartan both going to perfect each other. Very interesting turn of events right there. Stellar getting a stick and then a Spartan charge there on the Falcated for the double kill. What a job by Lunchbox, somehow staying alive, but at least Eco takes him down to no shields. Meanwhile, Spartan, he's going to get the return. Flag going to go in for Team Liquid. They're up 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, as great of a time that was, Lunchbox
come on, Liquid, put the flag in.
Oh my,
Whoa.
Look at that, it's almost returned.
I lied.
What?
I'm a liar.
Tom, what are you thinking? That wasn't even close to going in.
That was not close at all. I have no idea what I'm thinking. I should not be here right now.
All right, now we're over here, and that's a tilting cap. You know, that's a cap where, you know, some fingers start getting pointed, and who knows how the teams are going to react and behave after a cap like that is missed here. But Evil Geniuses, they've also got to be feeling great after that one because they knew that that cap was literally back to the milliseconds, Tom, milliseconds from going in.
I don't know who it was that clutched that flag return, but you got to give that guy props. Meanwhile, Sub-Zero thought he was going to toss that one inside of the window. He's going to fall up short right there. And that flag does get returned. So 2 fantastic returns coming in from Evil Geniuses so far. Not able to get any flags of their own, but that is giving them a little bit of confidence and momentum as another flag is being pulled. These guys are not stopping with the objective.
But that's one of the things we talked about. Like, Liquid just pulled the flag once again and went all 4 dead. They are overly trying to get these flag captures because of how close that last one was.
You think so?
I absolutely think so. I think they're so mad about that flag cap, they're trying to immediately get another one.
So they're just not even going to kill anybody. They're just going to run straight for the flag.
They're like, that was baloney. Give me that flag. I'm putting that one in. We all know it should have gone.
Meanwhile, Evil Geniuses, they put the first flag on the board, which should be a 2-0 game. In the favor of Team Liquid is 1-0 in favor of Evil Geniuses. And like you said, that could be something that tilts the team a little bit. You could start pointing fingers or start getting a little bit flustered from that. Meanwhile, Evil Geniuses, they're going to try to ride that momentum wave here and try to win this series after being down. So now another flag gets pulled, but that does get returned, and I'm a little bit worried for Team Liquid that they're not taking the time to pick apart Evil Geniuses and maintain control before they start running these flags.
Yeah, now Falcated, he's got those rockets in his hand. He's got 2 left in the chamber. Roy has the sniper rifle, but gets taken out. So Falcated forced to back up. So many grenades coming in here for Liquid. Stellar flies in, but does not get the headshot that he was looking for immediately. Falcated cleans that one up here. And now, as you can see that, Eco, right after Stellar dies, he flies in, and Sparring gets taken down. So this is, you know, kind of looks like Liquid got a little flustered from that flag cap.
Definitely did. Liquid gonna have to reset over here. And like I said, start getting some slays. They need to maintain control of the power weapons. That's gonna be key here. A lot easier said than done, but Stellar currently does have the sniper rifle. Eco's gonna find a kill onto Roy. That's a challenge that is a little bit too much for Spartan. Yes, he was feeling confident during that battle, but he's in a prime position while his teammates are advancing. He could be choking spawns and distracting right now if he was still alive. Instead, gonna have to come off respawn and rejoin his squad.
Oh, and Roy over in the cave gets into a 1v1 with Eco, has the perfect shots to finish off that kill. Stellar not able to connect on any of these shots, gets taken out. That's 3 dead here now for Liquid, so that aggression gets shut down instantly. And yeah, this is Liquid definitely having some struggles after what was initially some great opening and flag runs.
You got to give credit to Evil Geniuses. They pulled it off. They clutched it with that flag return. They clutched it again. Now they have Liquid on the ropes right now. Liquid continuing to run flags over and over again. This is one of their runs in the last couple of minutes that looks like a solid run here, but while that's happening, Tapping Buttons has rotated. He does show his position right there by dropping the flag, but I do like how he's putting it out in the open, so it makes it a little bit more difficult for Team Liquid to go and get that return. Team Liquid flies 2 members on top of that flag. And are they going to be able to get the touch on top of the Evil Geniuses side?
My.
Roy with the no-scope. Are you kidding me? He's waiting for his shields to go for that return as well. Instead of going and immediately pushing towards the flag, he's looking for the spawners instead and let someone else get the return. Great teamwork and great shots from Roy and Evil Geniuses.
And this is why I said Roy is the guy that's got to step up. He was by himself over there and has picked up 3 kills with his sniper rifle and essentially was the MVP on that flag return. And now he's over here doing everything, running the flag with the sniper in his pocket.
Oh, Sub-Zero was 1 shot, and Roy tries to melee him from a mile away. I'm not really sure what that play was. Maybe a little bit of a miss push right there. Not tapping the right buttons, if you know what I'm saying, Kyle.
Oh, Tom, my son.
I've been working on that all week, man.
How long have you been saving that one?
All day. Let's see what Liquid's going to be able to do to respawn right here. It's been weird to see them just kind of charge in one after another, trying to pull these flags and not actually go towards top rockets or go on over towards catwalk, maybe set up over towards snipe, get inside the enemy cave. Very untraditional game coming in from Liquid, and I'm not quite sure it's going to work right now. They need to have executed pushes and coordinated pushes into the Evil Geniuses base.
Ooh, great job. Tapping Buttons dodges that grenade, shoots his teammate a couple times in the back there just to make sure he gets the kill himself. Spartan, though, with the sniper rifle, just grabs himself a double kill. I don't know if that was a 2-for-1, but those kill feeds, those popped up at almost the same time.
And remember how fast things can turn around. We almost saw Luminosity do it in their series where they were down 2-0 and they got 2 very, very quick flag captures. So do not count Team Liquid out, even though it's been a kind of a sloppy series of events after they did botch that 1 flag cap. But this one looks extremely clean. They need to help kill this last guy alive. Falcon comes off the spawn and gets a kill. Stellar and Eco, they respond. Lunchbox is going to get another one as well. But this is a 2-on-2 situation and what should have been a for sure flag capture here. Now it's just sitting at that 50-yard line, not even the 50-yard line. Team Liquid, they need to get it going here and get this flag capture.
Oh, and Spartan's doing an amazing job at staying alive. That flag is still out, and he's going to get a touch. So besides all those kills he just secured, helping his teammates get those rockets that are in Sub-Zero's hands, he kept that flag with a touch alive for so long. Will they be able to get this return here? Roy is on it and does secure it, going clutch once again here for this EG squad. And now EG putting in the second flag capture here on what was, like you pointed out, Tom, almost certainly should have been a flag cap here for Liquid.
Unbelievable game from Evil Geniuses. This is the type of game that gives you the momentum to go and get one of those decisive victories that we're talking about Evil Geniuses desperately needing. Love this flagpole. He does get team-needed right there. We're going to see if that ends up costing them. This should be a flag capture. I don't know how many times I've said this for Team Liquid, and they haven't been able to put it in, but now they have Evil Geniuses trapped inside their base. Evil Geniuses, they need to give it up. They do give that flag up, and they get 2 members of Liquid outside of their base. 2.5 minutes now, Kyle, for either Evil Geniuses to put this third flag capture in and push this to a game number 5, or we're going to see Team Liquid tie it up and try to push this into overtime.
Ooh, it looks like they're trying to run that flag once again. They get it out over to the window. 2v2 situation. You see Sub-Zero and Eco both pushing into the window. Sub-Zero, great run with the ground pound. Gets the flag way far across the map here. He does get taken out, though. All of Evil Geniuses, that's 3 members alive over towards sniper side of the base. You see Roy comes off spawn over there towards the fountain here. So this is going to be a really telling sign with such little time left. 3 dead for Liquid, 3 alive for EG. Another clutch return here for the EG lineup.
Yeah, and a lot of that having to do with the great grenade that Lunchbox threw onto Spartan. Yes, Spartan, he would have had to pull off something miraculous to get out of that situation. 3 members of EG looking at him, but it's been a little bit discombobulated on the Liquid side when it comes to running these flags. And Evil Geniuses Roy doesn't get the kill for that as well, so that could allow the rest of these guys from Team Liquid to advance on the map. We have Stellar up here who could win a big 1v1 against Falcated, and he does, and he has so many members in front of him too, and 2 of those players are now weak, so Liquid could potentially push into the base right here as they have all the members from Evil Geniuses trapped inside of the base. Falcated's the last guy alive. He's not able to get that win, and this flag is going out, Kyle.
Oh, but wow, they both go for the flag. What bad kind of communication there. But is it going to be enough to tie this one up here? Spartan trying to get the flag in. Who is that? Lunchbox doing all he can and trying to contest 2 players. Do they both go down? They do both go down.
And now Roy's fighting inside of the base as well. Sub-Zero clutches it with a big double kill. Eco's there with the team nade. The flag does get pulled, though. This is a great pull by tapping buttons. They could run out the clock, Kyle. Only 30 seconds left. Team Liquid, they have to fly. They should leave their flag at their base and just go for it.
Yeah, keep in mind, in Halo 5, you do not have to return the flag to end the game here. You can just go ahead and return the enemy team flag and just end it.
That always works as well. Can you believe that? That was another flag capture that should have went on over to Team Liquid. At least 4 flag captures. Such bad communication towards the tail end of that game, and it ends up costing Liquid heavily. We're going to find out if it's going to cost them the series. We're moving to game number 5. Evil Geniuses versus Team Liquid here on our last match of day number 5 here in the 2017 Pro League. What a game from Evil Geniuses.
Yeah.
Such strong objective work, great situational awareness, and Roy going huge. He dropped 5 perfect kills.
Wow, that is a lot of perfect kills. So he didn't need assists here because he's finishing off all of his own stuff. But the real story here, I feel like, is the flag grabs, Tom, because 1 capture for 10 pulls coming out of the Team Liquid side. And they were all going for those flag pulls.
I'm no math major, but that sounds like 10% to me.
That is very well done, Tom. I appreciate you adding that there. But yeah, you're exactly correct. 10% of their flag captures. And I pointed this out. After that first one should have gone in, most likely, some sort of a misplay here from the Team Liquid side. They were just rushing for the flag, hoping that it works out as opposed to a well-executed flag run here. And Roy, so many clutch plays here. Between those perfect kills and those no-scope headshots, he is definitely the MVP in my book.
Phenomenal, phenomenal gameplay coming out from everybody on Evil Geniuses. You saw Team Liquid, they were fighting, they were scrapping, they were trying to get it going towards the end of the game. Evil Geniuses, they said no. Now they pushed this to a game number 5. Keep in mind, they won game number 2 as well. So that was a slayer. Yeah, it was very close. I think it was 50 to 48 or 47 overall. but that shows that they can hang in the slaying department. They also outslayed them, I believe, in this game by... Oh, no, they didn't. They got outslayed in this game pretty heavily, so they're going to have to turn it around here. It's insane to think that Liquid outslayed them by at least, just a quick glance, at least 10 kills, and they still lost 3-1. Not 2-1, 3-1. They didn't even get that last flag capture. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was at least like 16 kills that they got outslayed by, and that game was essentially not even all that close, you know, based on what we saw, besides lots of flag caps almost going in, but not quite. But we are heading in week 3, day number 1. We're past halfway point in the season. Our last match of the night is going down to our game number 5.
Slayer on Eden. Who is going to go big in game number 5? This is where dreams are made. You see players pushing on over towards the overshield. It's going to be Spartan making his way over there. Meanwhile, if you're on that blue side, you definitely want to get that sniper rifle. It is on that left side. You see Spartan picking up the OV for Team Liquid. Roy's battle rifle blocking the angle. Stellar winning the fight. That is unfortunate for Evil Geniuses, but a great sign for Team Liquid. Spartan has to watch his back, though. Needs to make sure that he picks this sniper up and keeps the majority of this overshield. You can see he's getting pegged hard from all different angles. Does take one player down to no shields, but that overshield got melted very fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's lucky he had that overshield, because this could have been Evil Geniuses with a big kind of advantage. Oh, and the ground pound doesn't do any damage. Sub-Zero, no shield, stays alive, secures the kill. 4-2 lead, make that 5-2 as Sniper Rifle finds its way over into Sub-Zero's hands as well. You can see him, that's over there towards the blue platform, playing some ring around the rosy here with tapping buttons. Tapping buttons to secure himself the kill. That ground pound's going to do some damage, but not enough. Lunchbox clutch shots finishes that one off. Sniper Rifle still down on the ground. The real question is, does anyone from Evil Geniuses recognize that? Sure enough, Lunchbox grabs it, but as I say that, he gets taken out as well. Nobody's been able to secure this one here yet. We'll see what Spartan's able to do.
Well, we're going to have to go back to Sub-Zero, actually, Kyle. Sorry, you're going to switch it a couple times. This guy's already 4-1. I mean, we'll say on Spartan, but I'm just saying, I'm predicting already for Sub-Zero to have a big game, because typically in a game 5, once you start get rolling and you're a top player, you're really not going to slow down, and we're already seeing that from Sub-Zero. So if they win this game, I'm expecting him to continue that huge pace.
Yeah, he just grabbed himself yet another kill right there as Roy is trying to collapse onto Spartan, get the sniper rifle out of his hands. So now we're going to see power weapons, or excuse me, power-ups coming up here, camo and overshield. You can see Team Liquid trying to set up. Looks like they got a little bit of like a 2-2 situation going on here with Spartan and sniper rifle kind of focusing heavily on camo.
Spartan's going to have to go big with these angles here. I'm curious to see if he's going to reload and either go for the platform area or if he's going to stick outside. Does miss one shot right there. Ends up wasting another bullet. Now going to have to maybe rotate on over to a better angle. Now he's just going to rotate on over towards security, it looks like, because it does seem like Roy is pushing inside with that overshield. Love that play to sit there and bait the security side. Has another player in front of him. Huge win if he can find it. Going for the no-scope. Falcade is going to shut that down. Meanwhile, Sub-Zero picks up one kill. Stellar answering right back. And I love that play from Lunch to push inside security, but he doesn't have a secondary gun, so very unfortunate for him. Let's see what he can do with just the Hydra. You know what? He doesn't need a secondary gun, Kyle.
He doesn't. He's already grabbed himself a double kill. That was almost a triple kill. Oh, but that sniper rifle doing, looks like Stellar's going to be able to do some damage here. He's getting into a battle, connects on the body shot onto Roy, but great teamwork. Falcade cleans that one up, and Roy is able to escape.
One kill difference here in game number 5, guys. Make sure that you show support for your favorite team. Also, make sure you tweet out the stream. You know what the link is. You're currently watching it. Let's get as many eyes in here as possible for the final match of the night here. It's surely going to be a good one. Already has been a fantastic series. Stellar going inside of blue and clearing Evil Geniuses out. 2 dead, and EG now on the outside of the map. You could see all 4 players located on the outskirts. What's going to be the play for EG? They have to take out Sub-Zero with the sniper rifle. Sub-Zero doesn't realize how many players are currently watching him. Great execution there from EG.
Ooh, and a great dupe combo here from Eco. Throws a grenade, looks pretty good. It forces Lunchbox back now, so he's going to be able to grab this sniper rifle, probably escape with that. They have a numbers advantage there, so he's got to be careful where he's going because they need to pay attention to where these respawners are going to happen at. Connecting on tapping buttons, that's a big kill. So up by 3 now, largest lead that we've had so far in this game, right as this overshield's getting ready to spawn again.
And with this overshield, you cannot set up too early if you're Evil Geniuses. You have to be very careful. There they are. They grab at the perfect time. 7:45 over 2 on top of that one. Meanwhile, they have the green gun on the other side. You can see Sub-Zero. Zane, he has it over towards Red Nest, just waiting and waiting for that overshield player to push. It's Roy, and Roy already has a majority of his overshield gone, so not that big of a deal. Meanwhile, one player gets his face ripped off. It's going to be Lunchbox. Eco looking for more blood. This time on to Falcated. Perfect shots on him over towards the bridge area. Tapping Buttons responding with a big double kill on over towards Nest. He clears out Eco and Sub-Zero. So the two players that had solid guns, one with a battle rifle, another one with the sniper rifle. Now Evil Geniuses starting to gain some footing, starting to get some momentum. Falcated. I'm not sure if that was a ninja or just a flat out beatdown, but that looks straight up nasty.
Yeah, and then we see Falcated gets taken out. Now, Liquid up by only 2 kills here. Wouldn't be surprised if we see this game starting to slow down a little bit. Nobody's got any power weapons. The only advantage for Liquid is a battle rifle versus a light rifle here for Evil Geniuses in the hands of Lunchbox. And we'll see Roy's got a player right above him, but I don't know if they recognize exactly where these members are. But you can see map is essentially split here. Great collapse coming out of Sub-Zero and Liquid. And just like that, they're starting to build upon this lead.
Yeah, this is the time where you want to do it, right at that 30 kill mark. Overshield again. Keep in mind at that 45-second mark, Liquid, they gave it up to Evil Geniuses beforehand. They had control. Evil Geniuses, they ended up picking it up and not doing as much work as they would have hoped for. I believe that Sub-Zero did connect on that green gun with Roy, so great job by the guy that we're currently watching right now, who also has the most kills in the game, Kyle. He's sitting at 11 and 5, make that 12 and 6.
Yeah, and he gets taken out as a trade occurs between him and Tapping Buttons, but that's fresh 3 dead here for Liquid. Roy grabs that plasma pistol here over towards security, pushing out of the base, gets the heads up on Stellar.
Oh, Roy, no. Bad challenge. Horrible challenge. Very uncharacteristic.
And then Tapping Buttons tries to follow it up and also dies. Stellar able to stay alive.
He got a trade, I believe, right there, Kyle, but that was just...
Oh, that guy died outside. No, Stellar lived.
Very, very uncharacteristic challenge there from Roy. Not only a very bad challenge, but he gives up his control of the catwalk. He drops down and then loses the fight in a game this close. That is something that you can't afford from one of your strongest players on your team. Yeah, right with that new sniper rifle up as well. Roy's going to be able to grab it, but I mean, where is he going to go? All of his team is dead. The collapse is coming in. Spartan finds that weapon. Ooh. Destroys or just rips Tapping Buttons' face off there. And now the biggest lead of the game as we come down to the final 10 or 7 kills here now as we pass that 40 kill mark. And with that overshield still a minute away, Tom, I don't know. This is not looking good. We've seen it happen in the past, but nothing is in Evil Genius's favor at this point. Not at all, and it all comes back to that bad challenge coming in from Roy. He had the noob combo. He could have charged it up. He could have played that 1,000 different ways. Made probably the worst possible decision that he could have, and now his team is on the ropes because of that one little play, especially from the guy, again, who's known as probably the strongest player on this team, one of the leaders on this squad. Has to make up for that mistake with a big play here, but it's going to be so difficult. 44-38, only 6 more kills for Liquid to end this series. Yeah, the question is Liquid, you know, they've been playing aggressive a lot this series. They've been making some mistakes. It is game number 5, though, so they do know no more opportunities for those. So as long as they play this patiently and make EG make a, you know, play aggressive and come out of these hiding spots that they're in right now, they're going to be in prime position. Overshield should be up here, and Evil Geniuses should be on top of it, as they are before. They grab that one again. Now is their time to make a push. Nice little snipe right there. Does a little bit of damage to Tapping Buttons. Not sure if it even connected, but you can see Tapping Buttons lost half of his overshield, so I'm assuming that that one connected. Yeah, look, I saw the hit marker. But this is not a good sign for Evil Geniuses if they have Spartan with the sniper rifle. They have. Are they gonna see Roy? This is it. Here? This is opportunity. Oh, they see him. Roy, check the window. So sneaky, Roy. They had no idea. Oh, man. And that's a heartbreaking one because Roy, how long has he been there? A minute and a half, maybe? And Spartan, you know, it would have been really funny if Spartan just looked at him and then ran away and left him there. They go and kill the rest of the teammates. So the idea was there. Unfortunately, there was also a window into Roy's plan.
46 to 40. 2 sniper rifles now in the hands of Team Liquid. Tom and I are starting to get a little bit slap happy up here. And as we can see, Liquid starting to close this one out. Scary moments here for Evil Geniuses. They had essentially their last stand now, and players, they're just getting caught looking at the wrong location. Lunchbox picks up a trade somehow. Wouldn't think that happened, but 42 to 49 here. This could be very well all she wrote. Tapping Buns does get taken out by none other than Sub-Zero. Tom, your MVP for this game number 5, and a 50-42 victory, and a very entertaining game to watch. Tom, you're making me laugh. We had some pretty good one-liners in that one.
Try to be as serious as possible up here, but sometimes you gotta just, whatever.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of fun here, and we'll take a look at the stats. But this is, like you called it, Tom, really big performance out of Sub-Zero. 16-7, bounces back from some of his more disappointing games that he had this series, and sure enough, picks the perfect time to do that. 50 to 42, Game 5 victory here now for Team Liquid, and they continue their win streak.
Great performance from Liquid. So unfortunate for Evil Geniuses, and that's just the story of EG. They get so close, and they just fall in the Game 5s or in the close series, and they're just not able to put it together. They've lost to Team Liquid now in Game 5 and to Luminosity in Game 5, and they could have won both of those series. That is something that we're going to remember for quite some time. Spartan with the no-scope beatdown there. But what a performance from Liquid, especially in game number 5, coming out from Spartan and from Sub-Zero. Great win from Stellar on Roy when he dropped down, and just great map movement from Eco overall. You could see he was flying around, laying down the shots, everybody doing the necessary steps that they needed to win that game and win that series.
Yeah, I mean, that was just Liquid. They are one of our top-ranked teams. They've had amazing performances. After just one loss, they've definitely bounced back for the remainder of the season. And the Evil Geniuses, they're on the reverse. And while they started off so strong, it's definitely been struggling a little bit trying to close out some of these series, and this matchup against Liquid is no exception.
All right, looks like we have a phone interview with the coach of Team Liquid. We have Symbolic on the other line. Symbolic, can you hear us?
I can hear you. How are you guys?
Doing good. So I got a question relating to game number 5. You guys are set up outside, or not outside, you guys are set up in security area and over towards red and blue. An overshield comes up. Now you guys obviously want to try to snipe that overshield guy as he's grabbing it from the catwalk area, but was it ever coming across your guys' mind to contest that a little bit harder, or was it, let's just give this up because they have the green gun?
Yeah, Tyler looked a little too late. That was kind of my bad. But we had complete map control. We had every intention to give it up because we didn't want to lose map control when we had sniper and combo, and they're stuck on the bottom half of the map. So it's kind of a fair trade. We just didn't look at it at the exact right time, but it still worked out.
And going back to game number 4, which was Coliseum CTF, it seemed like you guys had numerous flag captures that you guys should have had. Was the communication not there, or was Evil Geniuses making good overextension plays to kind of keep you guys off guard?
Yeah, 2 of them really stick out that we messed up on. One, Sub-Zero ran just faster than the team, and he got caught out, and there was a guy on Re we didn't have a position in. And the other was bottom mid. I think we sent too many bottom mid when the last guy alive had rockets, and we knew we had to kill the rocket guy and get Re, so we sent more than one. But we accidentally sent 3, and once again, the flag guy at our base got killed by one guy and got Re. So just little misplays, but...
Yeah, I definitely, I think in that game number 4, you guys had 1 capture and 10 pulls. So it kind of seemed like after that first one didn't go in, you guys were trying to make up for lost time there and start relaying it again.
You guys took capture the flag to a whole nother level. Let's put it that way. But overall, a good series win for you guys. Was there any type of discussion after game number 4 on what you guys had to do in game number 5 leading up? Was there any type of unsettling going on because of how game number 4 went, or were you guys focused and confident trying to close this series out?
We were confident. We just know that game 4 was solely because we weren't all 4 on the same level. One guy was just faster than the other, so we knew if we all got on the same speed, would be fine, and we did in game 5, thankfully.
And Kyle, you've actually asked this question before to other coaches, so Symbolic, I want to ask this something similar to you, is what do you do from a coaching standpoint when you're not in a LAN environment and you don't have all of the screens in front of you? What is some advice to other coaches that you can give?
It's pretty hard. You just have to make sure the person you're watching is doing what they need to be doing and in the position they need to be in, looking at what they need to be looking at. And yeah, you could still tell where the enemy is going to spawn off one POV. So that's the biggest thing you could do with only one POV is locating the spawns.
All right. Well, some good words of advice right there. It is very difficult to coach from home, but it seems like you guys did a great job. So congratulations on that series win, and best of luck in your matchup tomorrow.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
You too.
All right. Team Liquid, Game 5 victory, and Evil Geniuses once again going the distance and falling short.
It hurts, man. To be an EG fan, it has to be hard because these guys, they show such great moments of brilliance, and then other times they can't pull out the close series. For them, that's why I was saying they need to get over that hump. Kyle, as soon as they get over that hump, their confidence is going to be there. Unfortunately for them, they can't string together a win against a team that is higher ranked than them, and they can't string together back-to-back series wins. Once they do that, that's when they're going to start really running on all cylinders and being the team that they know they can be.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of time left between now and the finals here, so they really need to work out some of those issues and come fully prepared, not only for the rest of this season, but heading into finals as well. But that concludes match number 4. Let's go ahead and recap today's schedule. Take a look how the series played out. 3-1 Optic over Noventic, so a little bit of a surprise there. Noventic coming out and taking that win and making all of those games just so close. The Splice 3-0 over Luminosity, which was the epic Strongholds. Which one was that? That was Strongholds on Empire, that 199 insane game. Envious 3-0 over Ronin, and then what we just witnessed, an awesome series between Liquid and EG where Team Liquid comes out and takes it in 5 games. Now, taking a look at the standings here, after this day has played out, still have Envious undefeated with the highest map win rate percentage. Optic Gaming and Team Liquid now sitting that 2nd and 3rd place with Splice at 4th. Then Luminosity, EG, Ronin, and Noventic closing out the rest of them. Noventic being able to pick up that win was still big for them, but still, it's 12% win percentage here. That's going to be a tough one to overcome with only 2 match days left.
No, you hit the nail right on the head, map win percentage. And one of the things to keep in mind was the only thing different between Optic Gaming and Team Liquid is that map win percentage. So Optic, they lost 2 games today in their series going up against Noventic. That was an opportunity for Team Liquid to catch up to them, but EG, they pushed them to the limit, and now Optic Gaming, they're still ahead based on that map win percentage. As we take a look at tomorrow's matches, should have some great games for you, starting off with Splice against Noventic. If we see anything out of Noventic like we saw today, that should be one heck of a series. Optic Gaming taking on Ronin Esports. Ronin looking to bounce back. Very tough week for them. They faced off against both, I believe, Envy and Optic this week, so ridiculous schedule for them. Team Liquid taking on Luminosity, and then Envious versus Evil Geniuses to close it out.
Yeah, and Team Liquid versus Luminosity going to be our match of the week here tomorrow. So, of course, if you're at home watching, thank you so much for tuning in here. Keep in mind these teams are playing and competing for seeding into the finals here. So that does it from the HCS Pro League Fall Season Week 3, Day number 1. Elamite and T2 bringing you the action. But keep in mind, we'll be back here tomorrow for matches right at 4:30 for the Week 3, Day number 2 of the HCS Pro League. GG's and good night.